The nurse accidentally used morphine, meant for pain relief, as an anti-inflammatory. What panicked her even more was that, instead of the required 3 milligrams, she had administered 100 milligrams. Such a high dosage could be fatal, as only 5 milligrams is enough to cause death. The elderly man tried to calm her, saying not to panic. He suspected this was an interesting method of murder, and as long as the antidote was administered within 10 minutes, it could be metabolized and expelled from the body. However, the antidote, which should have been in the medical box, was mysteriously missing. The nurse picked up the phone and prepared to call for help, but the elderly man suddenly hung up. Since they lived in the suburbs, even if medical personnel arrived, it would be too late. The elderly man didn't want to cause the girl's family to fall apart. He suggested a plan. First, she should make some noise while going downstairs, then greet the little son at the door. At that moment, it was exactly 12 o'clock. Then, she drove away from the estate. After leaving the surveillance area, he instructed her to pull over, and return to the estate through the back gate. To avoid being seen, she had to climb over a grid fence outside, and then back up to the 3rd floor, but she accidentally broke one of the bars. When she returned, the elderly man told her to wear his pajamas and hat. He knew the little son was still smoking at that time, which would cause others to mistakenly think she was his father. This way, she would have an alibi, allowing her to escape the suspect role. Then the girl returned from the original route again, but unexpectedly, she just came down and ran into her great-grandmother at home. Fortunately, the elderly woman's eyesight was poor, and she mistook the girl for her great-grandson. Under the cover of darkness, the girl finally made it back home, but the next day, when the butler opened the door, he found the elderly man's throat had been slit, with a bloody dagger lying on the floor.